Kamna Pandey. Ma'am, we'll come back to you. However, I'm also joined by Dr. Shubhra Bhardwaj, animal rights activist on the broadcast. Dr. Bhardwaj, your first comments on this new directive. We've been tracking it and we've heard various voices actually coming to the fore and stating how disappointed they were with these directives that's come.
So, ma'am, the Supreme current order that all dogs should be removed from the public places, they should be transferred to the shelters or wherever. They have not even mentioned where they will send those dogs. And then it is a very bad, I would say it is a really inhumane judgments against these creatures, against the creatures' dogs, and also against the cattle. The cattle judgment was given by the Rajasthan High Court. So they are the most compassionate creatures, and the judgment is really very inhumane. See, what has the government done for these dogs, the stray dogs, the stray dogs, the stray dogs? They come all the time. So why are they stray? Why are they biting? And even if somebody is getting rabies, very few, minimal cases we are getting for rabies. So even if somebody is dying or whatever, so how are these creatures, dogs, they are responsible to take care of themselves? Are we, see, we are, government is collecting taxes from us. We are spending money on so many places. So why are we not treating these dogs? Why are, why did the situation arise where there is a, assumed threat? So this is totally lapse on the part of government. But as always, to shift the blame, the most softest, the most tender, the most compassionate of all animals, the dogs, they are being treated very badly. One thing where they go, we don't have enough shelters. We don't even have enough hospitals for these kids, for these dogs. We don't have enough hospitals. You just, why did the Supreme Court not ask for a data on, what are the number of hospitals in every district or in every city, even in New Delhi, in a place like New Delhi? What is the number of veterinary hospitals? What are the number of doctors working? Are there functional OTs? For those things, the government never asks the data, right? But the government will definitely ask the data when if it comes in the newspaper, this court is accepting that data. So this is very biased, and I think one thing, it is very biased, and secondly, you see one more thing. It was a suo moto case, right? It was a suo moto. Nobody filed a petition. One fine day, a suo moto cognizance was taken on some kid that died randomly. We don't as alleged by dog bite, not randomly. So do we have the enough evidence that the kid definitely died due to the dog bite? One thing, and the second thing, see, there are cases where murders are done, rapes are done, gang rapes are done, gang murders are done, and a property worth crores or whatever, many things are done. So, do we come up with a judgment? Does court come up with a judgment in a matter of months? See, July, August, September, October, November. It's not even 4 months. So, in 4 months, the court has passed some judgments, has been passing judgments. So, is the Supreme Court, is the judiciary so free that despite all the problem of poverty, the problem of illiteracy, problem of unemployment, the problem of medical health services, even for these dogs, there is no medical health service. So they are so free that they only have to consider this dog case again and again. Why? Is there a agent? Is there some agenda involved? What is the problem? Why cannot we take good steps? Why cannot we do human things? Like for the 20 years this ABC program was run. So why not implement? Why not strictly implement this program? One thing, and then secondly, why not get more hospitals? Why not help in some way, like hospitals, dispensaries, vaccination, sterilization, many things? Why not help those things first, rather than just telling that these dogs do not belong to the government places or in these places and they should be thrown out? Just because the human beings are very supreme. We are the supreme human beings. We will throw out dogs first, then I think cattle also later, and then later all the animals. And only human beings should live on the planet. So this is all I have to say. It is really inhumane, and I think it should be challenged. I think it is very early to conclude this case, and I think we need more evidence. And we are a country of non-violence, and as Ambika Madam said, we are Vasudev Kutumbakam. So what is this Vasudev Kutumbakam? It's
Right,
really sad day
right.
for all of us.
Dr.
Yeah.
Bharadwaj, our
Thank you
other
so much, ma'am.
panelists were also, in fact, stating that such judgments have been coming in the past as well, and it's the same thing that has been repeating over the past many months. Why do you think is that happening? Where is that gap? Why aren't we able to provide data? What wrong are we doing? Why aren't we able to provide the correct form of data or the correct form of you're stating cases so that the court actually makes an informed decision in this case?
See, ma'am, we are providing as animal activists that are fighting along and as NGOs and as PETA itself, we are providing the data. But ma'am, it is not a very small matter. And you see the functioning of the judiciary. It takes a very long time. It takes a very long time to come up with a solid statement, a solid order. Okay, and it takes time to collect data, to present the data, and then to argue in the data. I think it for a normal, if a normal person goes to the court to file a case, then it takes 2 months to to get a date and then do the paperwork. So the first hearing maybe we get is usually 1 or 2 months later. So here in 4 months we have got 3, 4 orders. So we also need time. I think people need time, and we need to be more thorough. We need more arguments. We need to hear all the sides, and we need to come up with a good solution. We need more. Maybe we need more intelligent people on the bench. We need a larger bench. We just cannot go by the statement or order of 2, 3, 4 people. It would
Right,
be biased, or 3, 4 honorable judges. We need a big bench, right? It's a
right.
big thing. We need a big bench, okay? And we need representation from all the sides. We need a lot of people and intelligent people, all sorts of people, maybe all sorts of people, representative from various places, right?
Right.
Somebody who's
All
in
right.
the, yeah.
Quick last comments from Kamna Pandey, ma'am. We are running short of time, so quick last closing comments, please.
Ma'am, when you just asked why we not coming up with data, first of all, a lot of the petitions, the applications, they have provided data. We haven't been heard. Second thing, has the court actually asked the government for data? Has the court actually asked them? The first thing that you do, the wisdom that asks is for a data, a proper data. Has even once they have asked the number of deaths that have been attributed to rabies, have they been brain tested? Does your audience or people listening, do they know that no brain testing is done before declaring a death as rabies, either an animal or a human? The brain testing is not done. It's just symptomatically, clinically, a doctor who is somewhere in a village, who is, let's say, not so experienced and not so very well exposed also, he has declared that this is a death due to rabies. It is full and final. The same person who's sitting in AIMS, who has a great deal of experience, his expertise and the expertise of a small town or a village doctor is equivalent, because it is not backed up by any lab confirmation. Till date, the court has not paid attention on this. It has not directed the government or the states or union
Right,
territories that you must make it mandatory.
right.
Whatever we are basing all these directions and judgments and orders on, first of all, is not substantial ground. That is what I
Absolutely,
have to say.
absolutely, Kamna Pandey. I think we do need